Hello, it's just Rachel here all by myself because I'm still at the Edinburgh Fringe and Philip has gone off on holiday with his family. Don't get excited, burglars. The house isn't empty. But I just thought I would quickly fill you in on the most Jewish thing of my week, which was earlier today at Jewarama. I've taken over hosting that gig from Philip when a member of the audience said they'd always wanted to know something about Jews. And their question was, is there anything they won't pickle? And if there's one thing we know from Jew talking to me, the answer is no, we will pickle anything, but pickled cucumbers are the best. And obviously without Philip to be my right-hand man to do this, well, he's usually on the left, but that's neither here nor there, to do the portion, I thought I would do a little mini one now. This is all a very brief little video, just so you don't feel left out or ignored because we're far away. So this week's portion, just imagine he's done some kind of really slick segue into it, like do you know what I really love? A portion of pickles, something like that. This week's portion is called Re'eh. It has loads of different bits in, but I thought I'd pick out the bits that are relevant to the situation I'm in at the moment as a performer here at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival and the weird and challenging experience that's been. So, well, one aspect of it is thinking about the idea of blessings and curses. And I do think that being here is both of those things. You know, like it is a blessing. It's a privilege to be able to be here and perform. It's also really exhausting and quite stressful. So, for example, yesterday I had 8 shows. I've got no one to blame but myself for that. But I came back and I was broken. But yeah. It's the next bit that I thought was interesting was the idea that Moses tells everyone that a temple should be established in the place that God will choose to make dwell his name there. And I thought about the way that we in comedy kind of really worship the idea of the Edinburgh Fringe, and it's such like a big deal for everyone to make that pilgrimage every year, which is interesting because it ends actually the portion with the pilgrimage festivals, Passover, Shavuot, which is Pentecost, and Sukkot, which is Tabernacles, where everyone used to make a pilgrimage. And when I think about the 2 years that we missed where we couldn't come here, in August, I really felt it. I really felt that lack of coming here, experiencing the creativity, growing and developing as a performer, and everything that's tied into that. There's also the talk about a false prophet, somebody who entices people to kind of believe or behave in ways that aren't very healthy for them, and worshipping of idols. And you do see here this year where people have much less money. I'm not comparing it to worshipping idols, but people have tended to buy tickets for the celebrity comedians who they've been desperate to see, like to have an exciting moment with them, save up their money for that big ticket. And then when they come to, let's say, donation type shows, like a lot of us are doing, like myself and at Jewarama, which is the gig that I'm hosting instead of Philip at the moment, that was created by him and Aaron Levine. People are often coming to that, it seems, for like the free experience, like not to give an optional donation, because really they've put all their finances in towards seeing that one big person. I'm not in any way disparaging against that, actually, because I get it. We're all in the same boat. There's the identifying signs for kosher animals and fish, and again, the list of non-kosher birds, they're all repeated in this portion. And keeping kosher here has been interesting but complicated. I have to bring all my own pots and pans and my own crockery and cutlery. I have to check what I buy, and then on Shabbat I get to go out for Shabbat meals within the community, which is amazing, and people are really jealous of me, which is very cool. And finally, the mitzvah of charity, the commandment of helping another person and giving them a loan if they need to, do whatever you can to help people. And actually being part of the free fringe, where we say to everyone, if you can afford to give us a donation for your seat, please do. That's really helpful. But actually, if you can't afford it, we want you to have the chance to be here, to have a good time. We've all had a miserable enough time. Just come and have a laugh with us. Being able to offer people the opportunity of seeing comedy for nothing because we're given our spaces for free is such a massive big deal, and it's so much appreciated. So this hasn't been a particularly funny portion, or even a particularly funny episode of the most Jewish thing that happened to me in the week. But it is also about 15 minutes before Shabbat, and I have to go and get in my Uber and be taken to where I'm going to have lots of lovely, yummy Friday night dinner. So I hope wherever you are, you're having a brilliant Friday night dinner, whether that's a beautiful traditional Jewish one with soup and challah and wine and all of that stuff, or whether it's, I don't know, a cheeky Nando's. Whatever you're having, have a brilliant weekend, and hopefully next week you'll see me back with Philip and a more standard broadcast. Enjoy. Bye. Shabbat Shalom.